Well, welcome to St. Martin's Island in the Caribbean. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous day here in St. Martin. We'll take a walk out on the dock. And look at all the boats we have out here. Beautiful. I can tell you many times I've walked down on the dock past boats and thought, boy, I wish I was getting into that one today. But we do have a boat out here waiting for us. It could be one of these. How about this one? This is the sailing Catamaran. And we're going to cruise in Microsoft Flight Simulator with this Catamaran. Cruise throughout the Caribbean. Now, I did this over the course of many days, cruising around the Caribbean and recorded not everything, but many of the islands I visited, and wanted to share that with you today. Now we're on the west side of the St. Martin's Island, and the sun is low on the horizon, so it must be setting. Whoa, good thing you had fenders on. It's nice that I was able to go ahead and have a boat to cruise with, and this is a catamaran available as payware. It's not that expensive. It comes in a 3-pack, so you get 3 boats for $20 or $25. I can't remember, but that's less than $10 a boat. Quite a bit less, so it's very reasonable, and I was quite happy to obtain this boat. I think in the pack I got a speedboat, and I also got a larger motor yacht. Now this particular one doesn't sail. The sails are down, and you have the motor everywhere. As of now, I don't know of anybody that's been able to produce in payware or freeware a sailing vessel for Microsoft Flight Simulator. But as we work out of this protective area, make sure I get out so I don't hit the sandbar, seawall, or anything else like that. Looks like I'm making my way out of here. Absolutely wonderful. St. Martin's is a beautiful island. Absolutely gorgeous. I do have the Virgin Island payware pack. I'm not sure if it includes St. Martin, but it looks like it does. I got also the boats AI. Boats and ships AI, so either way, I got those 2 payware products that are populating. And we have a sailing vessel out here that's cruising along as an AI. Gorgeous evening. I have it set on live weather, which has been quite nice. So all throughout the sailing of the islands, kind of jumped down to the southern islands. I had started in St. George all the way down on the bottom. I just wanted to start the video up there in St. Martin, but now I'm down in Martinique and cruising along in Martinique. I had spent several days cruising up to Martinique from St. George and hitting the islands all along the way. One of the things I noticed was that the southern islands are the most mountainous or hilly, and as you get further north, they get less mountain, a little flatter. Till you get up to the Bahamas where they flatten out. And we're not going to go that far right now in this video. Pretty much going from Martinique being the southernmost island, and we'll hit a few islands on the way north until we get all the way back up to St. Martin again. But it's just been fantastic. The water's fabulous. The islands look beautiful. You know, there's nothing like my Microsoft Flight Simulator in producing the whole world, you know. And that includes all of the land, the trees, the buildings, and the seas. And, you know, I've very much enjoyed flying around where I live in the United States and across. I flew from Florida all the way across to Sacramento, and along the way tried different general aviation planes to do it. So it took a little bit of time, but you can see as I'm the map now. This model gives us several GPSs, including a map, and it's quite nice. I know it's got the airplane icon, but they're very nice maps to have with you for navigating pretty much in the islands. Now in the Caribbean islands, I think are fabulous for cruising like this, because you know it takes a lot of time to cruise from island to island, but the Caribbean islands are close enough that you know it's reasonable. And you know, or you can get to an island, go to port, and then you know reload at the next island north if you don't want to cruise it and spend hours just on the seas. But it's been a lot of fun. This is a beautiful boat. It's payware, like I said, but it's, you know, under $10 if you know divide the cost between all the three boats. The 3D modeling is quite nice. To me, it's just very nice looking. Animations are nice. Solar panels and the radar rotating. The motor trail and the wake of the, you know, each of the holes on the Catamaran. It's just gorgeous in every way. It's not a $30 payware, so the fit and finish is not, you know, all that fabulous. The aluminum poles and stuff look, you know, stainless steel. All of it looks really nice, but the fit and finish, of course, is not up to you know, premium builds. But you know, he's not selling this at a premium cost, so I'm very happy with it. And when I got the pack, you know, I don't know, I got the pack just to try out different payware, and you know, getting 3 boats was kind of fun. But it'd have been wonderful if the seals worked, but I don't know that anybody's figured out the physics on that yet. But I think that's a possibility, you know, in order to catch wind and be able to have a keel that drives the boat forward instead of sideways in the wind. But I'm very happy with the modeling itself. Like I said, the fit and finish isn't like, and the textures, you know, everything looks nice, but it's not premium quality for sure. You know, there's 3D models for kind of coiled up rope that doesn't look like rope, you know. But when it comes down to it, my enjoyment and the functionality of this boat has been nice. And you know, that's the playability of it has been fabulous, and I end up loving this boat over all of them, to be honest with you. It's just really nice to take out. Now we're up, jumping up to Montserrat, and sailing along the east side of that island. And you know, over the course of several days, it's been a really nice cruise. Very much enjoyed it. Having live weather, you know, it's been cool. One morning I got up. I didn't get it recorded, but you know, there was a lot of rain clouds, and it just produced unbelievable, a serene type atmosphere along the island. And the tip of the island was in the cloud, and it was just wonderful. I wish I was recording at the time, but I wasn't. And, but you know, one of the things I found was having real weather, live weather is great. And I could still have live weather and change the time of day to what you like. So I'm making my way from Nevis to St. Kitts. So I'm trying to think in my head here. I was at Martinique and then Montserrat, and then just came off the top of Nevis, and now heading over to St. Kitts. And St. Kitts is, by the time I got there, it took me a while. Of course, I added most of the travel out, but it took a little bit of a jump. But you could see one island to the next. And so, really, when you're doing these in the Caribbean, when you're cruising, it's all by dead reckoning, which is kind of nice because you know, you just you can see one island to the other in most cases, or you can just go out a ways and then the island will appear and you can dead reckon your way. So I kind of spent the night there at St. Kitts in the southern part, and decided to keep moving along and head on up because it's quite a long island. Basseterre, I think, is the name of this town. Kind of worked my way up. Still St. Kitts, and we still got live weather. Yeah, and this cruising is a different type of thing, and you can see this ship out there. It's a different type of gameplay, you know, even though it's part of the Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, it's a little slower, it's a little closer to ground, and of course, you know, you can get a different view and perspective of the beauty of the Microsoft Flight Simulator Planet Earth that Saba has created for us. So I figure I'll spend the night here and start up tomorrow in a different location. Honestly, there is a lot, you know, kind of jumping from island to island, but there's a lot of coastline on these islands if you just want to explore. There are plenty of nooks and crannies and different coves to explore and gunk hole in and that kind of thing. It's kind of wonderful. When I came up to this island, I was astounded because some of the other islands, I don't know if you noticed, where the cliffs came up to the water, you had the typical stretching of the terrain. Looks great from the air, but as you get close, it just looks like morphed hillside. And I don't know if this is part of the payware Virgin Island pack, that this island here, which is the island of Saba, 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 known as the bottom. I'm not aware of this sound, never heard of it before. But look at this. Somebody has come along and done the coastline all the way around this island. And it's just, it's not morphed. You got the rock ledges going around and quite fabulous. What a cruise this has been. So out in the ocean here, look, I spotted a boat. I don't know if you saw that. It was out on the horizon. It was a speck. And I'm trying to get it closer. I don't see it. I saw it and then I lost it. And I want to get the binoculars out. Basically zoom in here. And I've lost it. Anyway, it's just a speck out there. Hard to see. But there was. It must have been a sailing boat out there on the horizon. This has been a lot of fun. And one of the things I've liked about this catamaran is that it has 3 displays, and they're quite large and they're easy to use and see, and the map display, the one I'm using for a map, is the one in the middle. I can zoom in on it and zoom back out, and been very nice. This looked like a nice cove to check out. It's near the airport. Still on the island of Saba. I think this hill, this mountain to the left to me is Mount Zion. So I figured let's take a visit. Let's get out and see if we can beach this thing. There isn't any other boats here. That's one of the things I noticed being out on the sea. I do spend a lot of time in my vacation time out on the ocean, out in boats, and in the Florida Keys. And I could tell you the sea when you're out there is alive. And the one thing I notice is as wonderful as the physics of the ocean is, and as nice it is to have these payware boats, the sea is sterile in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not alive. Now, I had downloaded the coastline that was done for Italy, another payware product, and he had added, I think, porpoise and whales and some other sea life. And which, it'd be good as we get more people who are doing coastlines and doing, marinas and stuff, that they add some more sea life. I like to see some birds, and I hadn't seen any birds, and that's something that can be put in by a developer of scenery. Also, the ocean itself. When you're out on the ocean, in reality, it's alive. There's fish that occasionally jump. There is flying fish that always seem to be out there, besides occasionally running into porpoise, and they kind of like to roam with the boat. This is a nice airport that is up here on the hill. Figured I'd do a little flyby with the drone. Take a look at it. Kind of small. It looks like it'd be a fun one to visit with a small aircraft. Or a small jet. Helicopter pad right behind me, and that would be fun too. having a helicopter out here. Very nice. So this is different, you know, visiting the islands by boat and in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And you can pause that and catch the name of that airport. I forgot to read that off. Rancho Quinn? I don't remember. I think it's called Rancho. I forgot. But, you know, we beached the Catamaran here. We're going to have to get our hands on the front bar here where the trampoline is and push and, you know, and kind of get wet and push this thing back a little ways until we get ourselves off the beach. We'll get there. You know, and so some of the other things I've noticed when I'm out on the ocean and in reality is you got flying fish. You got occasionally you'll see a fish jump. It's kind of wonderful if it's a big, you know, sailfin or yahoo or something. It's really nice to catch that occasional big fish jumping. Normally you'll have birds. I've been out 25 miles or further out on the ocean and there's still birds out there. One of the ways that we look to where we find fish is to see the birds are circling. And of course the ocean usually has some kind of debris in it. I wouldn't expect a lot, but once in a while a floating piece of wood, a pallet or a branch or something would be there. That'd be kind of fun to add into these boat packs. To once in a while add in just either a shipwreck or just a piece of wood. So you occasionally see those because we do see that. And seaweed. You always have patches of seaweed, especially in the Caribbean. So not a lot, you know. You go several miles out and there should be a string of weed. But it's been a lot of fun. So I'm back to St. Martin again after cruising several days throughout the islands, and was amazed how beautiful the islands were at some points, cruising along the shoreline. Well worth visiting from this perspective, you know, down on the sea level instead of up in the air looking down on everything. So hopefully you enjoyed my short exploration of the Caribbean islands and our catamaran. It would be wonderful if at some point, you know, the physics was figured out to actually sail, and you know, even just to take something out for a day sail and catch wind and control the boat. Now there's a AI sailing vessel going through. As of yet, I don't know that the oceanography, a topography of the undersea is anywhere, you know, a part of the programming, which leaves the whole idea of having channel markers. And you know, a lot of times as we get closer to shore like this, we end up grounding ourselves, and some of that is kind of realistic and some of it's kind of annoying because, you know, you can't get to a dock, you know, or whatever because you're hitting ground. You know, you can't well, I don't know that you can't. It's, you know, maybe it's possible for a developer to give you a little bit more depth, ocean depth. So right now I don't know that we know how that works. At least I don't know. Maybe somebody sure does. But it's been enjoyable talking with you and cruising with you for the last 25 minutes or so. Catch you next time.